Hello guys, and welcome back to Legatum Gaming and another build video. In this video today I'm going to be showing you the best cam build, and that's with me playing just under 250 games. There's going to be two elements to the video: why I've chose cam, why I chose that position, and going over the traits. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the position I've gone for is cam. Now I know a lot of people do use centre forward, and there are a few of the videos floating around there using centre forward. Totally disagree with why that's been chosen. I know everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and of course it does depend on your playstyle. However, the idea of a cam is to play that killer ball. You want to be the assist king. You don't really want to be scoring too much. Of course, if it's the goal-winning decider, then of course you're going to take it. But you want to be playing them balls through to the strikers. That's the idea of playing that cam. You know, most predominant in the 4-1-2-1-2. So the main differences between the cam and the centre forward is actually a lot better on paper. So if you change to a centre forward, apart from the overall rating going down, you would actually gain +2 on physical, +5 on shooting, +2 on pace, and +1 on agility. Now you'll have to bear in mind that the traits are identical on both, and of course there's still a bit of room to go to max out on either of them. What people don't realise is by switching you lose -4 on defending, -3 on passing, and your stamina, which is the biggest one, goes down by 5%. We'll get into a little bit more detail when we look through the traits. So overall on paper, the centre forward stats do look better if you are looking at the attribute box in the bottom right. And that's what a lot of people do when they do these builds. They don't look into the finer detail along with the traits and kind of the most important things. You know, the small traits make a big difference in the long run. So getting into the build a little bit further, I run the height at 5'4". Again, 5'3" or 5'4" doesn't necessarily make a difference, and the weight can be between £99 and £119. Going into the traits themselves, on the physical, I've got most of the right side down, bar from the last three. Now, it was a toss-up between having kind of this stamina and jigging it around, these two here, gaining another one from somewhere else and using that, but you actually gain the same amount of stamina, and you would lose actually -1 just by doing this. So never go with stamina advanced focus unless you have an option of going to the physical focus as well. Defending, I have nothing. The idea of a cam is, you know, to play them balls through. So the main attributes of a cam that you want to see is dribbling and passing. It's quite simple. They're the main two that you want. As said previous, you'd expect pretty much all of them on dribbling, and they are. The only one I haven't got is the skill moves. However, I'm quite comfortable and quite happy with 4 skill moves. They work very well with the flair trait, which I do tend to use a lot. I think the flair trait is probably the most underrated trait to have, especially as an attacking player in the game. Going over on passing, pretty much everything bar from the giant throw-in. Again, I don't know why they have this trait in, but they do every year. Some people may use it, I don't know why. However, all of the passing is an absolute must, especially the curve. Again, curve is another one that's really underrated. To play them sort of triangle balls, double tap triangle, R1 triangle, whatever it wants to be, they are the ones that make that happen. So curve 95 and not even maxed out yet. Going over to shooting, again, as I said at the start of the video, the idea of a cam is to play that ball to the strikers. You don't want to have a lot on shooting, but without many traits on shooting, I still have 89 finishing. Now that is maxed on 89, so it's quite easy to kind of get that penalty spot shot inside the box and kind of score that. That won't be a problem. You don't want to be taking long shots from outside the box. That's the idea of kind of like the strikers, or if you obviously play at kind of an advanced level, or you're playing the official leagues such as VPG, FLC, kind of PGS, all these sort of leagues, you know, the idea is that sweaty goal. We all hate it, but it's the best way to score, let's be honest. In terms of pace, I don't actually have that much pace on. So in terms of the traits themselves, I'm actually missing 4 traits. Now, as you can see on the right hand side, I haven't even maxed this out. I believe the pace of this maxes out at 93 overall. Do correct me if I'm wrong, put a comment below, but I believe that's 93 overall. So I do have a little bit of a way to go. I believe 500 games will achieve that. Just jumping back onto physical, I know that we mentioned it at the start of the video, 85% in terms of stamina. Now, if you're a centre forward, that would be 80%. Now, the idea of a cam is not the role of a striker. Strikers, I know they sort of stay idle. A lot of striker builds don't have anything in physical, and the idea is to get the ball, they run on and score. That's the nutshell of a striker. As a cam, you want to be working back and forth. You don't want to be acting as a sort of CDM or a centre midfield, but you want to be retrieving the ball from kind of the LCM, RCM, right mid, left mid, CDM, whatever you want it to be, and you want to be working that up and down. So you will need a bit of stamina. Now, 85% stamina is more than enough. I am quite happy with an 85% stamina, and this build does work really, really well. Again, two main focus points for the build, which I just want to highlight before we sort of top it off, is go for the position of a cam. It really is better. Now, on paper, it wouldn't technically look like it, but again, if you look into the finer details, it does have far better advances. Go with a build, try it, let me know what you think. Next point is flair, incredibly underrated, and curve passing is a must in this FIFA. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you have any feedback, if you guys are using something different other than cam and centre forward, let me know. I remember last year on FIFA 20, I was rocking left mid as a cam, and that worked really well. This year you can't quite use it. It is a bit broken for kind of the attacking element, but do drop a comment below, do let me know. If this video did help you in any way, shape or form, then do hit that like button. It really does help the channel grow. Or if you want some more videos and you do like the content, I do live stream competitive league games on FIFA 21 most days of the week, then do consider hitting that subscribe button. Thanks a lot guys, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next one.